friend of mine was just shopping for a new truck on the Chevy website, Canadian Chevy website, and he noticed some very interesting incentives that really say a lot about Canada and where we're at right now. So the first one, I love it. Heroes program in recognition of selfless acts of service to our community is great. So basically a discount program targeting veterans and first response workers. Amazing. They should quadruple that. We're all for that. Check out the next one. Welcome to Canada program gives new Canadian residents or temporary workers with a valid work permit $1,000 towards their new Chevrolet vehicle. Sounds great, right? So apparently Chevy, or at least someone from Chevy's marketing department, has decided that newcomers to Canada who have contributed nothing yet should get $1,000 off their vehicle. However, a first responder, a veteran, someone who puts their life on the line for this country and for fellow Canadian citizens, they get $500. So a new Canadian is worth apparently twice a Canadian hero. What kind of incentive is that? Like, what does that say? Not just about, this is a symptom of a broader issue. This is not just Chevy. This is Canadian culture right now, run by the government, by the federal government, pushed by federal policies. And I would not for 1 second, I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure if somebody does, I would not doubt for 1 second that newcomer program is somehow backed somewhere by federal government incentives. Saying, hey, offer this program, we're going to cover XYZ or subsidize this or tax rebate this. I'm sure somewhere there's an incentive for them to do that. And that sums up the entire problem. It is everything for the immigrants, nothing for Canadians. And there's nothing wrong with immigrants. I love immigrants. I love immigration. It's part of our growth. It helps the real estate market. It's fantastic. But we have to stop giving them more than we give the people who put their lives on the line for this country every single day. If anybody deserves more benefits, more handouts, more payments, monthly, weekly, I don't care what it is, tax abatements, give it to the veterans, give it to the heroes that actually serve this country, give it to the blue collar workers that build the country. They should be getting everything, not immigrants that are coming in that haven't contributed anything yet. And they're getting all these benefits. They're getting money every week, every month. They're getting it for each of the kids that they have. They're getting it for each of the wives that they have, which is a whole other video. How many of these newcomers come into Canada with multiple wives, which is fine, freedom of religion, do whatever you want, I don't care. But they don't register these marriages, and they end up having multiple wives who are registering as like single mothers with multiple kids, and they're getting insane amounts of benefits, which is a whole other video. We need a whole Nick Shirley on that. Like, never mind Somalia fraud. But my point is, we give so much more to people that come into this country than the people that are already here. What kind of incentive is that? What does that say about our country and what we